It was like,
Like it was
it's all about
fun and
carrying
games.
4 pieces of meat in front of you. And you can do anything you like and spend your money anyhow you like.
Like you can't even do anything you like.
Yeah, actually.
Even if common sense does not stop you, money will stop you from doing some things, at least at a certain point.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's lovely to see you again after our introductory video. Thank you very much for clicking to view this video.
Do you guys like my hat? I really am in love with it.
Yes,
And this is the first
actually.
time I'm trying it.
When she told me she was going to wear a hat, this kind of hat on this dress, I was like, nah. But
If you don't like it, don't say it in the comments. Thanks.
I think it actually works.
But yeah, I think it works. It works. Hi guys, once again. So we're here with our first episode, and I'm sure it's something that is exciting, or maybe not exciting for some of you. But yeah, we're talking about adulting and
But before we enter the topic of today, let's do one thing real quick. We are learning how to behave like YouTubers.
yes, it's true.
So, if you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome.
If you have not subscribed
But
yet,
if you have not subscribed yet, please let's do it. Click on the link.
click on the link. Click on the subscribe
Click on the
button,
subscribe
right,
button
there,
right there and just
just
subscribe to this YouTube channel. It promises to be interesting and amazing conversations all the time. It will be entertaining. It will be
You can already see this hat is entertaining. You know what to expect.
to be educative. It will be informative. So you can just trust us with your subscription. Thank you. All right, so let's move to the topic of today.
Yeah, so we're talking about adulting and the eternal scam that it is. Or maybe it's not an eternal scam, but it's definitely a scam. So yeah, we're just going to talk around it, and we hope you can contribute to the conversation in the comments as well. So
I was actually in church one Sunday because I'm a teacher in children's church in my church. Yeah. So I was in church one Sunday after service, and I was sitting beside one of our pastors, and then there was this little boy. I think he shouldn't be more than 4 or 5, and he just went, I want to be an adult. You needed to see the swift look that me and the pastor gave each other. Like, should we tell him? Like, you better calm down.
But yeah, you should remain where
Like,
you
just
my darling.
be like that.
Be like
Enjoy it. I wish that we can actually rewind and say, no, this adulting, it doesn't quite suit me, so let's just
this subscription is not working for me. Can I say I'm not doing it again?
But I know that adulting has both it has a good side and
it's upsides.
So how has adulting been for you?
Oh well, stressful, to be honest. Although revealing as well. So I would say stressful and revealing because you really learn a lot about yourself and about how the world works. And then
but I was a baby, I won't even need to learn anything.
This one does not want to do anything at all. This one just wants to be drinking water and minding her business.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's revealing, which is great, but it's super stressful. I have to say that it's just a lot. It's overwhelming sometimes. So yeah. Tell us.
I have to say it.
Yes, you do. How has adulting been for you?
Well, it's been, let me use an epic one. Intriguing.
All this big English.
Well, some of us had to grow up real fast.
Yeah.
Because of background, family issues. For people that don't know, I lost my dad when I was a teenager and had younger siblings. In fact, so young that they call me Big Auntie because they can't even say Auntie Diola. Do you understand that kind of young?
So basically, Della has kids from her mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of us had to grow up really quick, and I would say that, well, it's been a blessing, honestly, to have the privilege to grow up into becoming an adult. But can we just be boss, please?
But I mean, you know that question when they ask you that, would you do this if you came back again? Would you choose this all over
No,
again?
if there's a subscription that says just remain a baby for life, I will just click without thinking about it. I'll blink it twice.
Amazing.
Yeah. So.
All right. I mean, I can imagine that everybody has different ways that they see what adulting is. So, I mean, another question is, what shocked you the most about adulting, basically? Or like your biggest shock? Like what?
I think that it will be two. The biggest shocks of adulting for me will be two. First will be the way that adults in our time carried adulting gracefully. And you think that, it must be easy. And you're just asking your mommy, I want this, mommy, I want that. Or she'll tell you to do something, you not do it. And she'll just be angry. And you're wondering, why is she not that? Yeah. And the way they just modeled it to us, like it was all about carrying 4 pieces of meat in front of you. And you can do anything you like and spend your money anyhow you like.
Like you can't even do anything you like.
Yeah, actually.
Even if common sense does not stop you, money will stop you from doing some things. At least at a certain point before you now have all the money.
Yes.
Like so even that was a lie that you had. You could just do anything.
Yes, so that was number one shock for me. The fact that we thought it was, but
simple and easy.
They shocked us. And number 2 would be that I cannot unsubscribe. Like
you cannot say I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to be a baby. That's number 2 shock for me. The fact that you just have to like keep going and keep going and keep going.
Yeah. So
what about you?
Well, I think the biggest shock for me, which is I think is even recent for me, is the fact that like this, it is exhausting apparently, especially like working and trying to make money.
I'm trying to make decisions.
I'm making decisions. It is exhausting, and it seems like everybody is actually exhausted. Like, so you can look at some people and think that, they're not having it as tough as me. Lies. You would find out when you have conversations with other people that everybody's struggling with this adulthood thing. Like, it's a shock to me that
you feel like some people have it all figured out by the kind of results that they're getting, until you move closer to them and you find out that
all of us have the same struggles. I mean, I remember having this discussion I look up to my brother a lot, and at the time when I was trying to make big career decisions, we were having a conversation, and he told me that, look, while winging it, when I made this big decision, it wasn't that I was totally sure. I just went with it, and I'm like, wow. So all of us are just, to a certain degree, winging it. Like, there are a number of choices that we are sure of, and not that many. So I think that was one big shock for me. The second big shock is that thinking about how to make more money is like a constant part.
And you cannot think about money. Like, you cannot just be on board.
Because everything costs money. You cannot just be chilled and be like, I don't need money. It's sad. It's painful.
Even the minutest of things. As you just wake up,
requires money.
So far you have woken up.
You have started spending money.
Virtue has left.
It's the virtue for me. And you just it's a constant. I don't know if that's healthy anyway, but it's a constant thought. Like, if I make this decision, I have to figure out how to get the money for it, and all of that. So I think those are my two big shocks, really. Okay. So we've talked about it and we've made it look so grim and uncomfortable, but I think another thing I wonder about is, what do you think that you're getting right, in this whole adulting thing? What would you say? I'm not doing badly, actually. What would that be?
My marriage.
Are you? My God, my Lord and my Father. I was just going to say that she's about to say I'm married, the way she's blushing. What? Really? So what should those of us that are single do now? No, I don't need a hug. I'm just amazed.
You asked me a question, and I answered you honestly.
Can I ask why?
Why?
Because how? Or something.
Because I've seen marriages, and to be honest, before I got married, I had a lot of fears, but thankfully, it's been.
See the way she's giggling. Is it not annoying?
I should keep it straight. Thanks, Holly.
Once they are talking about marriage now, somebody cannot have rest.
Was it not you that said you like to talk about relationships?
Nah. I was just really, I can't lie, I was not ready. I'm like, oh, she's about to say marriage. Okay, I'm listening.
Let's be grateful for something that
No,
we are
Kasha
grateful for.
Matupe.
So yeah, I'm happy about that, and I think that I'm doing that well. And another thing that I
But
think
this your rating is subjective. It's subject to another person's opinion.
What rating?
This your rating about you are doing well in the marriage, because we have not asked your husband.
Okay.
Maybe one day we are going to have our husbands on this show. To be sweet. Let's leave it. Let's hold it in your left hand. It's coming.
In my own assessment, I don't think I'm doing badly if I do say so.
Well,
yeah. So what else? The fact that I keep going, I think that's something. The fact that I keep going, because to be honest, nothing is like certain. Today you feel like, oh, I've got this and I'm doing great at this, maybe finances, spirituality, your relationship with people, name it, all the aspects of life. But tomorrow realize that I don't got this, so we are just trying to balance things out and just move forward. But the fact that we still, okay, I'm talking about myself, the fact that I still wake up every morning and I still want to get things done and move forward, despite the fact that things aren't like all rosy and all, I think that's something I've got going on that I really like. What about you?
What have I gotten right? I think figuring people out. I think understanding people and relationships. I think that's an area that I would say I am pretty great at. Not to brag, but yeah, I think that's something that I've actually seen it improve, like in my life over the past couple of years. I've been able to understand and relate to people based on my understanding of them. I think that has really helped me. And I think what else? Just attempting to be responsible, but maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't say that, but maybe more like actually becoming someone that can own their decisions and own their path. That's something I feel like I'm doing pretty well at now. I wasn't always good at it, so for me it's a big deal that I am beginning to really own, like, yes, this is my life, this is what I want to do with it, regardless of what other people think. So I think I'm probably doing not bad with that. So
so the next question I think would be that, so we have said that the things that we are getting right, what do you think that this generation is missing when it comes to adulthood?
Well, I would extrapolate from myself. I'm not sure that we have as much grit as the people that have gone ahead of us, and I stand to be corrected, but I feel like also maybe we did not suffer as much as they did. Really, they shielded us, like our parents shielded us from some of their own suffering. So in truth, we were not really forged. And I was having this conversation with my mom, and I'm like, okay, so this is interesting. I was telling her about a friend who has 2 kids and lives in the UK, and I can tell that it is a lot for her to manage those kids. And in the UK there's no help, there's no mother-in-law, there's no grandma around, and that I can tell from the way she posts and things she says that this is a lot for her. And my mom was saying, this your generation, why do people always complain about motherhood? Like, but we did these things now, she said it like, that we did these things and we didn't think it was this hard. And I just told her that the
truth is that times have changed though.
Yeah, but
because now we are more ambitious. It's not just about the family for us. For them, I think that family or raising kids was, I don't know, I stand to be corrected, but I feel like we have more thirst, more ambition to do, drive, to do stuff more than our parents had. Not to say that they settled or anything, they did the best as at that time. But even now, the forces that are pulling us.
Well, I don't know if I would completely agree that the pressures are different. I think that I agree with the fact that maybe we are more driven in terms of career and ambition and all of that. But I think that they were also forged in more hardship than us.
Yes,
so
I
we
agree.
are more aware of the things that are uncomfortable for us. They learn to just go
with it.
like
Yes,
even if
yes,
something
yes,
is hard
yes,
for you,
yes, yes.
man up or woman up, or you're a mother. A mother has to be strong.
I mean, most of them had to fetch water, wash plates,
Exactly.
do the dishes, and
They
clean the floor
they
before
were
going to school at 8 a.m. in the
they were
morning.
even hawking.
Hawking, and
that was
everything.
like a thing in their own time. It's something that we would just look at and be like, for those of us that might be privileged. But for many of them, it was like a normal thing. They hawked before they went to school. So my response to her was that you guys were forged in more hardship than us. Where you're coming from was harder. So we are more emotionally in tune to an extent. So we can feel when something is uncomfortable, we are able to cry out and say it's uncomfortable, it's not fun. And I think that's what's happening. And I told her that, it doesn't mean that we're not doing it. Mothers can complain from now till tomorrow, but they're not giving up on it.
Yes,
they're still raising their kids, they're still trying to do their best. So for me, I would say that yes, in that area, I think that we are more, I won't say that, I feel like we are a little more unwilling to deal with as much hardship as they dealt with. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing actually, but we are definitely, they appear to be slightly tougher, and also I don't think that is always a good thing. But I would say that that's one thing. Then
they kept it going. We wouldn't know if it worked for them or not.
Exactly. And I think the area of patience with, and this is something that my dad has also said, the area of patience with growth. We are in a time where
it has to happen now.
We
Microwave.
need to get it done. We need to make money now. It's like there's an urgency for us that they felt like they could build over time. Of course, we are learning. Life itself would eventually teach us that nothing is that fast. Nothing that is good and big and amazing will always be that fast. Unfortunately, in our generation, some things are fast. Like somebody literally can sleep as an ordinary person yesterday and can be caught on. Remember that girl that T.Y. Bello took a picture of, and all of that, Jumoke girl, like in our own age, because of social media and tech and all of that, you can literally sleep one way the night before.
But that's not the rule though.
And wake up.
That's just one out of so many.
But I mean, any sustainable success requires time, and my parents say, even as far as you don't have to build a house now. Our own generation, we literally before 40, there are many things we want to quickly do. We want to build our own house. We want to, have the funds for our children's maybe college education. We want to already have it.
That's also not necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
I don't know.
But they say so he says that he feels like that's why we're under so much pressure and we're not able to do so. In our generation, it seems like some of us still don't give our parents money and all of that. And it's like the excuse is always, you people, daddy, what we're doing with money is much. We have so much to do. Life is expensive. But he feels like, no, you guys are choosing an expensive life.
Yeah.
You're choosing to do all of this now, and then you're choosing to live in this kind of house now. You can pace yourself and all of that. But man, I don't know what to say to that. But yeah, our aesthetics are a little different from them, so we cannot. There are kinds of houses, for instance, that you don't want to manage to live in because you are a certain kind of person. Like I said, I'm not saying whether these things are good or bad, but yeah, I mean, those are the realities we're dealing with.
And also, social media has a way of contributing to this said pressure that we are talking about, because before, nobody cares about what Lagbaja and Tamedu is doing. Like you know that, oh, this is one good house on your street and it looks nice, but you are not really
you don't know about the house in Banana, really.
you are not really aware of how much or what the volume of their wealth is, and nobody was even really trying to prove to be wealthy, so to say. I don't know if I'm correct in that, but I feel like now we are under more pressure to show that we are doing okay. We are under more pressure to show. So whether it is real or it is not real, we just want to show that we've got things going on as well, and that we feel like we don't like something I battled with a lot was feeling as if I'm left out on things that is happening in the world, as if I'm slow in time.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. Yes. So but this adult life, we move.
I mean, that's the thing, the fact that you kind of have to keep going. Basically, you kind of, and then you just have to hope that, I mean, you would get to a point where it will get a little easier. Maybe you'll be able to automate some things in your life.
Yeah,
that make living as an adult easier. But
I mean, when you get to the point where you are earning, when you are not active, when you are getting passive income, so you're thinking about money would actually definitely reduce it. But then managing that, well, we will get to that
parenting. I mean, except you choose not to be a parent. Parenting is like at least a 30-year active role that you're playing in someone else's life. So I mean, I don't know if it gets less stressful. I don't think it does.
I think that every
I think maybe money, on the aspect of money, gets less stressful after a while.
Yeah.
But it's a lie. Because retirement, you have to start planning for retirement. So I mean, you're hoping that you're going to be able to
every level just comes with its own. Because I was speaking with a sister of mine who has a baby, and she was like, "Oh, this baby, I just want him to grow up." And I was like, "These are your complaining when you were pregnant.
You will now be chasing him.
You were pregnant that you wanted to give birth. Now you have given birth, you want him to grow up. When he starts walking, he will start scattering the house and everything. And when that happens, it will grow again and another thing." So I think that this is just the way it is. That everything with its own progress comes with its own responsibility.
Different set of responsibilities.
Comes with a different set of responsibilities.
I think there's just one thing that I've read before. I was doing this course, and one line that I have held on to is, our choices are half chance. The thing is that you're not, except for the choices that you're so sure that this is what God said, for instance. Sometimes you really don't know for sure that this is going to pan out well, but you have to keep making the decisions that at least appear right after you have weighed it and everything. You just have to believe that. And
anchor your faith on the word of God that says that everything works together for the good of those.
The thing about that scripture is that everything makes you know that even if it does not turn out well, so you still have to be prepared that some things won't turn out well,
but at least there will always be way out. That's just it.
Ultimately for a good.
Yeah. So in rounding up now, what would be your advice for the next generation of people growing up? Don't ask me that question. I'm not going to answer.
Just only you. Their name. Call that Gen Z. Gen Z, you people. I mean, but I have a lot of friends in that generation, and we're not that old though. This one that I'm saying in that generation.
I don't know.
But it's far. It's a lie. It's far. It's far a bit from But I mean, I would say be more patient and be more concerned about giving value. I think that as much as I love the Gen Zers that I know, I think that there's a bit of impatience. They're trying to become. One person said that Gen Z people that they don't have money but they want to be posh. That is millennials that actually work hard for money.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's the case all the time, but I agree a little bit. So I'm just saying be prepared to give value for that money that you think you deserve. That wealth and success that you think you deserve. Be prepared to give the actual value for it, I think that's the main thing I would say. And just know that
finish.
Just know that life takes some grit too. You can't throw your hands up and complain about your mental health every time. And I completely understand that there are mental health issues, and we're going to talk about them on some of our shows. But I think it's also important to understand that life takes grit. It's not going to always be perfect, and you have to, to an extent, have a bit of tenacity to push through sometimes when you're not treated well, to push through sometimes when you're things are unfair. Definitely speak out, but understand that all these things are part of life. You can't completely eliminate them, so learn how to navigate them respectfully while still doing your best. So I think that's
and also the fact that this generation is very fast paced, and you want to achieve things that maybe your parents achieved in years, and you're collapsing time, which is really good. But then again, just understand also that things still take time, and no shortcuts results to, let me do like this, shortcuts results in good things, because there are shortcuts and there are shortcuts. Shortcuts would be that your parents had to do some long years, or shortcut would be like 2 times 2, you already know the answer now. But when you were younger, you had to like draw sticks. So you have more information. Yeah. So you have more information that gives you that leverage of a shortcut compared to the parents that to our parents.
Yeah.
But the shortcut of cutting corners and doing illegitimate things. In fact, there are some, so to say, legitimate things that are not. Let me know. Yeah.
Well, that's like a different,
yes.
Like
So let me not even go into that. Yeah. So
And
that's why
money does solve a lot of problems, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
I think that balance, learning that balance, that money is important. I think it's a lie when they make it sound like money is not important. It is, you know, and it can limit you significantly if you don't have the money that you need. But you must remember that money is not everything. It's a balance that you sort of get to understand as you go on in life. So I think that's important, not just for Gen Zs, but for all of us.
Yeah.
You know.
So that brings us
They understand.
That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like and share. And if you have not yet clicked that subscribe button,
subscribe.
Click it right away.
Well, please, we want to see comments. We want to see.
Yes, we do want to have
you
your comments. We do want to have your feedback. Yes, so please, in the comments, type something.
And we would, as much as possible, we'll try to respond. And if it gives birth to another conversation, we'll try to address that as well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah. So till we'll come your way next time.
Bye, guys.